Hi, this is the review of Qmobile A8, Noir A8, and this one is the Noir A2, which I previously bought. A very sturdy, very useful, and very capable handset. When I bought the A2 first, about 3 months ago, I understood at that point that Qmobile is getting really serious about launching very capable Android phones, and the Noir series is going to be a hit. And A2, although the smallest and the budget phone in the Noir series, but still is very capable, comes with 1 GHz processor, and I've been using it without any problems. The only problem, the only problem, I wouldn't say the problem, the only downside of the phone is that its camera colors aren't that good enough. It's good for a 3.5 megapixel, but the colors are not good enough. It doesn't produce really nice colors at all. So, that's the A2, and we're not going to discuss this one at the moment from Qmobile. This one is the flagship product, and is very hot in the market. It's very difficult to get your hands on a single piece now. When I bought it, it was for 14,500, and I was lucky to get one, because nowadays at Serena in Karachi, in southern market, the Serena market, people are asking for as high as 16,500, and recently somebody told me that he bought one for about 17,500. The company said its listed price is now 15,000, but you just consider yourself extremely very lucky if you can get yourself one in 15, because you're not going to get any lower than 16.5. But I bought it for 14.5 because I was following the Qmobile Noir series, and before it was about to launch, I was very much looking forward to buy this one as soon as this one will come out, because I knew it's going to be a dual core and would be far better than the A2, which I was very happy with previously. So before diving into the details, a short look at the specs of the phone. It comes with ice cream sandwich pre-installed. Let me just show you which version it is. Let's go to the settings. The whole interface is very smooth, very fluid, and the dual core, yes, that's 4.0.4. Problem with focusing on the number, but I think you can make it. It's 4.014, which happens to be pretty recent as far as ice cream sandwich goes. So this phone comes with a 4.3-inch, very large, very beautiful screen, and its resolution is 480 by 800, which is very sharp. For a reference point, if you want to compare it, the Galaxy S2 also has the same resolution, 480 by 800, which makes the screen extremely very sharp, and colors really come out of the screen. Let me just lower it down and give you a better look. Oh yes, this is much better for the camera. So I've lowered the backlit. It's an awesome screen. It's a big screen. It's a very spacious screen, and the colors are really very nice. I wasn't expecting the screen to be this good. When I first powered on this phone, I was blown away by the quality of the colors and the sharpness of the text and the resolution, the high resolution of the screen, and I immediately became aware that this isn't a cheap phone. This is a very well built phone. So as far as the features are concerned, this comes with a dual core 1 GHz Cortex A9 processor. The chipset which is used in it is the MT6577, which is a very capable chip. As far as storage is concerned, its total is about 4 GB. Let me just show you that. Storage. There it is. Yes, well, the total storage is 4 GB. User accessible is 1 GB. Yeah, I don't know if you can read this or not, but it says total space 1 GB. That is user accessible. That is the built-in storage for it. Where if you install any application, it goes into it. For the reference, HTC Explorer and Wildfire has about 150 MB only, and I've used Wildfire before, and people who use this phone always face problems that you're almost always out of disk space and always shuffling between the applications, which ones to keep and which ones not to. But this one comes with a 1 GB internal storage, which is more than enough for your application consumption. I still haven't cleaned up any of the applications that I installed. There are some that I don't use, but I never felt the need to clear the space, because after everything I still have about 464 MB free, which is really great. So 2 GB of ROM, 1 GB user accessible, and 1 GB system. A very, very decent performer in department of random access memory. Now the camera, there's one camera at the front, which is a WVGA camera. I do Skype calling, and it's a very reasonable camera. At least it's better than the one on my laptop. The back one comes with a 5 megapixel autofocus unit with an LED flash. I can say with reasonable confidence that I'm very much into photography. I love taking pictures and everything. I'm very choosy about the camera. I never liked the camera in the A2. To some point, I can say that yes, it is pathetic, but the one they've put on the A8 is an amazing unit, and is one of the finest cameras, finest 5 megapixel units I've ever used. So I've taken pictures with it, in daylight and in nighttime photography. It really outperforms most of the sets out there in the 5 megapixel range. Other than that, let me just give you a look at the pages and everything. Okay, this is the ADWEX custom launcher. It's not the stock one, which comes along pre-installed with the ice cream sandwich, or the one they're providing with the Qmobile default settings. I have changed it because the default launcher wasn't up to my taste. Not that it was bad or performing low, no, but it had a more Chinese look into it. So I decided to change the launcher. I tried Apex launcher is a very good one, same goes for Nova, but then I settled for the ADWEX launcher because it offers the most customizations. So if you take a look at it, this is the fly-in animation, and you can see that how smooth and fluid the transition effects are, and the dual-core processor plays its part beautifully in it. Not to mention that the GPU in it happens to be a PowerVR SGX 531, which is also a very nice GPU. People, I don't know why people are saying this doesn't has a GPU, that it has a GPU. Of course it has a GPU, and it has a very powerful GPU. Go search on the internet. It is a PowerVR SGX 531 chipset, and it plays 720 HD videos without any hiccups. Yes, it doesn't play 1080p videos because of constraints, and it also depends upon the size of the file. So maybe if the rep is good and the size is low, you might be able to play it. But I tried playing 1080p videos on it, and I wasn't successful with it. But with 720p, it never posed any problem. And for proof, let me play one for you right now. Where is it? There it is. That is the gallery. Oh, that's my nephew. Lovely boy. That's the teaser for Iron Man 3. Decent speaker sound and amazing picture quality.
Got a lot of apologies to make.
That is 720p HD video.
Nothing's been the same since New York. You experience things, and then they're over. I can't sleep. And when I do, I have nightmares. Honestly, there's 100 people who want to kill me. I hope I can protect the one thing I can't live without.
better than 30 FPS per second. You hardly ever notice a single phone missing.
I consider myself a teacher. Lesson number 1. Heroes. There is no such thing.
I think this movie will be released in 2013. I'll be very much looking forward to see it. So that's that for the playback, the video playback, and it does it without a single hiccup. 720p is walking the park for the dual-core A9 Cortex engine. And this one is a Bob clock for you, for people who are wondering which clock. This is Bob clock D3 with ADWEX launcher. Okay. Other than that, yes, it comes with the browser. Let me just show you how quickly it opens up web pages. I'll tell you what, the dual-core processor is a charm. Is a charm when it comes to opening web pages and everything. This is Engadget.com, and I'm loading it for the first time. And you can see how quickly it is loading. I'm on my Wi-Fi connection. Other than that, I'm also using the Mobile Link Internet, the GPRS one. The Edge connection is, and it's pretty okay. So you see it has loaded the page. No, it's still loading it, by the way. In fact, let me open the GSM Arena. www.gsm. So web opening, speed, scrolling is butter smooth. This is, I guess, the mini version, the mobile version, although it is loaded with pictures and animations, but still it's not the desktop version. So let's just switch to the desktop version. There you go. See, snappy, super fast, and super fluid. This is the ICS browser. It in itself is very smooth, and when coupled with the dual-core processor of the A2, it becomes a marvelous combination. I hardly ever need to open my laptop anymore once I get off from the office. I've configured my emails on it, and it does everything super fine, super okay. Yes, it's not a 3G phone, it's still a 2G unit, and there's no use to 3G because 3G services aren't available in Pakistan. And as far as Edge is concerned, the phone comes with the standard accessories, which includes a microphone unit, headset, and a 1800 milliampere battery, which is more than sufficient to carry on the phone without asking for a recharge with modest to average users. Yes, if you're a heavy user, you don't get off your phone for 6 hours and 8 hours. Yes, you would happen to, you would need to recharge the phone twice, maybe thrice if you still can. If you're glued to the phone all the time, the phone will eventually run out in about 8 hours. If you don't turn it off, if you're always on the internet or playing videos and everything on it, it would last. It's good for a 7.5, 8 hour battery, which I believe is pretty good, pretty stable. But if you use a phone like a phone with casual internet browsing, with chatting, with Facebook calls and SMSs and whatnot, yes, you would easily pass a day without asking for a recharge. It's plastic build. The back is matte, it's not shiny, which is good. Let me show you. Let me just open it up. Here's the battery. That's the 1800 milliampere unit. And not to mention, it is also a dual SIM phone, dual SIM, dual core, and dual camera unit. An amazing phone from Qmobile in an amazing price, which is at least the company price is 15,000. You can get this one for about 18.5, even 16 if you're lucky. But then we're not talking about price here. The official price is 15,000 rupees. This is nothing but a steal, rather than a daylight robbery. So, if you have any questions, comments, you can email me at my Gmail address, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you very much.